today. Give me Isaiah or Deuteronomy 7:6.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
We starting to get it now, right? This ain't the white man's book. We're reading a couple prophecies and it's kind of clicking, right? What you got?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said we are holy people unto God, meaning separate, right? We are special people unto God. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So I got a question, Mondo. I got a question, Kev. God said we're supposed to be above, we are special people above all nations, right? Do we fit that prophecy? Are we special? Do we have all God's gifts? Yeah, we do, right? So where is the Arab Celine Dion? Selena. Does it exist? The Arab one? Is there a Chinese Selena? No, there's not. Where's the Chinese LeBron James at? Huh? It don't exist. For some reason, we just dominate everything we do. If we get into it, we dominate it. If we decide to even sin, we're better than them at sin. We just better than them, period. God then told you that. Give me Genesis 49 about you. I want that prophecy. Because he told me you said something and I wanted to show you that prophecy. Watch this.
Bring it out.
So what I want to show y'all is prophecy first and foremost. Second of all, I want to show you what the kingdom of heaven is. Because it's not what the pastor has told us. The same way he told us that this book was a white man's book, they also lied on what heaven is.
Right.
They lied on who Christ was.
Right.
They lied on God.
Right.
They lied on God's chosen people.
Right.
They've been lying the whole time. Now here we are. Okay, there was a time where we could not read. But here we are in 2021, we can read now. All you gotta do is pick it up and read. The truth will set you free, right? There's some things that I read in here that my people need to know.
That's
immediately, right? Watch this.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him.
The archers is the conquistadors. They sorely grieved us, right? He was over here living peacefully. The archers came, read.
And shot at him.
They shot at us, but we was peaceful. You come in peace. How? Right? We was showing them how to eat, how to till the land, so on and so forth. But behind their back was a knife. They shot at us, read.
And hated him.
They hate. You gotta hate a people to rape, rob them, and murder them, right? Do we have Northern Kingdom here? I want to show you some stuff that was going on. I want to show you some stuff that was going on to my brother. Look at this.
Teach him, Mark.
Look at this. This is how we learn Christianity, okay? What was going on? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And look at this 10th one. It's a little boy. Look how little the 10th one is. Come here.
Bring it out. Teach him, Mark.
You guys see it. This is a real illustration. The Spaniards was they didn't have pictures at that time, so they was writing things. They was writing down what they was doing to it, right? So they wrote this picture down. They was like, man, we got men, women, and then we got this little kid, right? What you think they're finna do to this kid? Look above. Work, hard bondage, right? Not only hard bondage, but guess what? Murder, killing. They had no regard for elder life, younger life, right? Give me that Deuteronomy. We fitting all these prophecies, right? What's your name, bro?
Kevin.
Huh? Kevin. Another Kev. What's going on? What's your nationality? Filipino. All right. You know what? Guess what? Stick around and listen because our people been scattered all over the place. That's what the Bible say. So if this resonates with your soul, then hey, you know. But just bear with me right now. We showing Issachar right now who they are, right? Read what you got.
Yeah.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Guess what? Hey, God said, I'm going to bring a nation from far, from Spain. Right. You already over here, right? You over here chilling, growing your corn, and went into a little bit of idolatry. Right. God said, I'm going to bring a nation from far, right? Read.
From the end of the earth.
From this side of the earth, read.
As swift as the eagle flight.
And that nation's symbol is going to be the eagle. We know history pretty good, right? They taught us that at least in school. Right. What nation of people use the eagle for their sign?
We do.
Mexico, they gave it to you, right? But first and foremost, you remember, the Spaniards conquered you, gave you their language, gave you their name,
bring it out,
gave you their symbol, right? So first, like you basically answered it. Spain, they had the eagle. Who has it today? United States of America, right? They got it, right? They both white people. Right? So the nation that came against you was going to be a white people represented by an eagle. They're going to come from far away. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Do you think you spoke Spanish before the Spaniards came and put you in slavery? No, you didn't. You probably spoke Aztec or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What you did speak is Hebrew. But in order to cut you off from being a nation, I got to take that from you, bro. I can't leave you with that. I can't leave you with speaking Hebrew. Can't leave your last name, you get what I'm saying, Israel. I can't leave that. I gotta put Santiago. That's a Spanish last name. I gotta put Velasquez. That's a Spanish last name. I gotta put Pedro. That's a Spanish last name. De La Cruz. Spaniards. Ain't all your people last name like that? Hey, how funny would, you Filipino, right? How strange would it be to see a young Pinoy named Daniel Johnson? Wouldn't that be weird? That'd be strange, right? But guess what? We walking around here with our enemy last name on us. You get what I'm saying? You would never see a Chinese Singh Douglas. That's completely weird, right? So how come it's so ordinary for a so-called Mexican man to walk around here and his last name is Santiago Dominguez? You get what I'm saying? That should be strange. But guess what? They stole your nationality. You don't even know who you are. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Yeah, finish that first.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of mean faces. Countenance is a face, right? Fierce is mean. So a nation from far away. They're going to have these mean, angry faces. Not nice people, right? Read on.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
They're not going to regard if you this tall. Read.
Nor show favor to the young.
And they're not going to show you any favor if you this small. Look at the picture, bro. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? And as messed up as it is, it really happened to a people. Right? God said this is going to go. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 46 again. Let me show you something. God said this is going to happen to the Israelites for a sign. Every curse in this Bible happened to the Israelites, and the Israelites can identify themselves in the last days by these curses. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
These curses going to be upon Mondo and his people for a sign, right? I know I can get liquor at that store because what? Sign says so, right? You can get a great massage right there because the sign says, I've never been there, but the sign says I can get a massage there. Women can get their beauty on right there because the sign say so. I know we're not supposed to loiter because the sign say so. God's chosen people know who we are according to the Bible because these curses say so, right? So guess what? We reading, what's your nationality? See, you don't know. You just learned. And you just learned in what, 15 minutes? He don't know what you just learned, so it's your job to teach him. But while we're here, I'm going to teach him, right? Keep reading.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
To make you think.
And upon thy seed. Forever.
Upon the seed of the Israelites forever. So until Christ come back and burn this place down, an Israelite will be able to read these curses and say, that happened to my people. Okay? That happened to my people, right? Now go back to verse 49. Read it again. Because you didn't hear this curse. Look at and ask yourself, did this curse happen to my people or not? Read it.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation upon thee from the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So, what's your name again? Jose. Another Spaniard name. Right? San Jose. Right? Santa Maria. All that's all Spaniard stuff. That's not belong to your nationality, right? So Jose, would you say a nation of people came up against your nation of people from far? Because when we was the Aztecs, we lived here freely, right? No cars, no smog messing up the land, no global warming. And then these people from far came over here with smallpox, diseases. Bring it out! They killing the land, right? He said, I'm going to bring a people from far, read.
From the end of the earth.
From this side of the earth, read.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
The symbol of that people would be the eagle, okay? From this side of the earth, they would come over here and bother you, and this side would be the eagle, like the Spaniards, right? Like the Russians, right? Like the United States of America. All share the same sign because they all the same people, right? Read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Did you understand English? Spanish, before they came over here and conquered us and colonized us, took your land and displaced you, right? Called you an alien, read.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Mean faces, read.
which shall not regard the person of the
It
old,
doesn't matter if you old, if you're a grown man, read.
nor show favor to the young.
And it don't matter if you're just a little boy. He's gonna tie you up the same way. He's gonna chop your hands off the same way because you didn't make enough sugar this month. You get what I'm saying? He's gonna ship you. He's gonna take you from the United States, which was called Arsarith, and bring you to Spain. What is the mode of transportation? It would take a conquistador to take a so-called Mexican or an Aztec, right? A true Hebrew, a true Israelite. How would I get him from this side of the world back to Spain? What would it be? A boat, right? It's a whole nation of them, though. Is it going to be a little fishing boat? No. It's going to be a big old ship, right?
Right.
Give me verse 68.
Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God said, since you broke my laws, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again. Egypt means slavery, right? I'm going to show you so you don't think I'm twisting nothing. Right? Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What does he call Egypt?
The house of bondage.
What does he call Egypt?
The house of bondage.
Another word for bondage is shackles.
Bring it out.
Slavery, right? So when he said, I'm going to send you into Egypt again, I'm going to send you into slavery again. Guess what? When the Spaniards came and took you, what you think they had you doing in Spain? Yeah, because guess what happened to slaves? They get their slave master last name and they get their slave master language. It happened to us too, right? Happened to you too. Read. Go back to 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
I'm going to bring you into slavery for a second time. Read.
With ships.
How are they going into slavery?
With ships.
How are the Israelites going into slavery?
With ships.
These should be upon the Israelites for a sign until the seed pass away. The seed is still here, right? For a wonder. So who else on the planet has gone into slavery unto another nation of people whose tongue they didn't understand? A nation of fierce countenance, who didn't regard young or old. And that sign was the eagle, right? Ain't that all clicking? That happened to you, right? That happened to my people also, right? What that make us? That make us Israelites, bro. That make me and you Israelites. So guess what? When we go to prison, guess who fighting? Blacks and Mexicans. In school, who fighting? Blacks and Mexicans. Right. But guess what? If we knew we had the same forefathers, we on the same team, the two strongest people on the planet is getting along, and we fighting everybody that took our land, took our last name, took our language. You get what I'm saying? So now, how much of a threat is it? Isn't it necessary to separate Issachar from Judah? Very necessary, right? Yes. Yes. Bring it out. If you don't do it, drop it down. Give me keep going with 68. Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Listen to the prophecy. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we would be going into slavery for a second time with ships. The blacks would be going into slavery from the west coast of Africa in 1619 with ships. Before that, in 1492, the Spaniards came over here and took so-called Mexicans and Aztecs back to Spain with ships. Put them in slavery. We have the same exact history. Now I ask you, what other nationality on the planet can claim that same curse? Bring it out! What other nationality on the planet can say that happened to us? Read what you got.
This is the book called The Origins of the American Indian. Right?
Oh, that's glad,
The Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar and the family of Issachar.
That's right. This is a historic book, right? It is written in what? 1492. We couldn't read at that time. So this information was not here for you. This information in 1492 was to pass along for their colleagues so they know what not to teach you. You get what I'm saying? But now here we are in 2021. We can read now. We're picking up books like Origin of the American Indian. And guess what? When we open it up, it says the origin of the American Indian, who is the Aztecs, right? They are the 10 tribes. Now, before this Bible had, or this book had written it, it was prophecy in the Bible. Give me that in 2nd Ezra. Right? Give me that. Huh? Watch what the Bible says. Watch this. And somebody pull up Arsenal for me. Right? Because right now you're learning history. You're getting Bible and history at the same time. Right? 6 and 2nd Ezra 6 and 50. No. It's 13 and 40. 1340.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
You was carried away. We just read about that, right? Being carried away prisoners. It happened prior also, right? And we're reading it. Read.
In the time of Hosea the king.
Time of Hosea, right? In the time during Hosea. Read.
In the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
So guess what? I want to explain something, right? Here we are back here under captivity, right? They say that we, the Hispanics, come from China, right? They say that we come from the Bering Straits. Nobody can sail these Arctic oceans down here. That's unexplainable, right? So what we're explaining is we carry away into the water, and let's see how long it took. Read what you got.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
A whole nation of people said, we're going to leave the heathen that just let us go free. Right. You get what I'm saying? You got to imagine there was hundreds and hundreds of years of hard bondage, right? God told him to let us free, and he did it. You think we was able to up and go in one day? No, we had to figure out, okay, we're going to get to this land. Ain't nobody never been here before. We don't know how long it's going to take. We're going to need some food. A month of food, 2 months of food. We don't know, right? Read on.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Where no other man lived, right? You would be the first ones to settle in this new land, right? So, through the backside of Africa, right, you probably have to stop here and get some food. There's thousands of kids, so on and so on. You got animals and all that. And you got to get clothes. You got to get water. Keep reading.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
We're taking this long trip so we can keep our laws over here, because guess what? Under Salmanassar, they still doing what you call heathenish customs. They still worshiping Gentile God. We don't want to do that no more. We free. We get to worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob now. So far away, so can't nobody bother us while we do these things.
And they entered into Euphrates.
The Bering Straits.
And they entered into Euphrates.
God said we entered into the Euphrates, backside of Africa, Euphrates River, going back this way, not through the Bering Straits. That's where it's Arctic Ocean and glaciers. And, you get what I'm saying? Read on.
By the narrow passages of the river.
By these narrow passages, not this wide passage, these narrow passages. This is the way we went. Read.
For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood.
It was rough waters over there, but God calmed the waters down. Read.
So they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
So instead of going, maybe 2 or 3 months this way, they went through the narrow passage. And it took them a whole year and a half to sail through the backside of Africa and get to this new land where never mankind dwelt. What's your nationality? See that? We don't know. We don't know. She said the same thing you learned, or you said earlier. You don't know what you know, but we learning today ain't no such thing as no Mexican.
That's right.
Read.
And the same region is called Arsaris.
So it took us a year and a half to sail to a region called Arsaris. Guess what? The white man who he conquered, he named all these names something different. They had other names, right? So the land that they landed on was called Arsaris. Is this Arsaris? Is this Arsaris? Is this? Which one of these lands is Arsaris? Watch this.
This is the origins of the Mexican Indians. The full statement of the 10 lost tribes theory relied on the apocryphal 4th Esdras. The story of the journey to Arsaris.
Where?
Arsaris.
That's what we just read in the Bible, right?
Was presented in full in a discussion of Suarez of Peralta. Many writers identified Arsaris as America.
What?
Many writers identified Arsaris as America.
Whoa, time out. Look at the date on this book. 1492, okay? We could not read things.
Bring it out!
They put this in the book for you to learn who you was. They put this in the book to keep the knowledge away from you. I got to pass this book to Johnson so he know what not to teach his slaves.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So this book that we just opened up and read, because we can read now, right? It said that Arsareth, read it again.
Many writers identified Arsareth as America.
Wait a minute. The people that were here first and foremost, the original, the natives to this land are the 10 tribes according to the Bible and according to history before you could read it. Before you could read, the white people put this in a book. We can read now. Give me Revelation 1 and 3.
Bring it out.
Revelation 1 and 3. Now, knowing who we are, right? We're not Mexican, right? We are the tribe of Issachar, okay?
That's right.
Knowing who we are. Yeah, for sure.
So they have a holiday or they have a day called Columbus Day, right? And Columbus Day commemorates the discovering of what? America, right? But what did the Bible just say? Who discovered America? The 10 tribes, the Native Americans and the so-called Mexicans, which are who? The 10 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's
Let
right.
God be true and every man a liar. That's what he's showing you. When it says, go to a land where never mankind dwelt, which was called Arsareth. Arsareth is called America. So there was a point where there was nobody here.
Bring it out.
Right? And then those 10 tribes, which make up the northern kingdom of Israel, which are your Hispanic and Native American tribes, so-called Hispanic, because the word Hispanic only means property of Spain. So if you call yourself a Hispanic, you're calling yourself a slave. Right? So are you the property of a Spaniard? No. Are you the property of a Spaniard? Then you're not Hispanic. You see what I'm saying? So the 10 tribes, which is Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Guatemala, American Indians, Seminole Indians, Colombia to Uruguay, Mexican, and Chile to Argentinian. Those are the 10 tribes who found this land first.
That's right.
And parted it among themselves from Northern and Central and South America. Those 10 tribes parted this whole land called America unto themselves before Christopher Columbus came and conquered them. And then now they're called Mexican, now they're called Dominican, now they're called Guatemalans, Colombians, Argentinians.
Right.
They've now took on the names that the slave masters gave them.
That's right.
Give me Isaiah 65 and 11, right? So we celebrate these holidays, right? Here go another holiday in the Bible that we're not supposed to celebrate, right? Watch this. Where'd the sister go? Where'd she go? Okay. She come back.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, and prepare a table for that truth.
The truth that overcame us, those conquistadors, we prepared a table for them, right? What holiday is that we celebrate today? Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving. And God said we prepared a table for that truth. So should we be commemorating the death, the slaughter, the rape, and murder of our people?
Bring it out.
We should not. We should not be doing that. We should be keeping the Sabbath day.
That's right.
Of the Sabbath day? You ever heard of the Day of Atonement? It's today.
That's right.
These things are in the Bible.
That's
you get what I'm saying? What about tabernacles? New moon? Never heard about these things, right? They all in the Bible. But we know about birthdays. God said don't do that. We know about Christmas. God said don't do that.
That's
you
right.
get what I'm saying?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.